Hi, everybody. This is Meredith Davis in Sedona. I wanted to share with you a little bit about the webinar series, the 4-week series that I'm going to be beginning next week. It's a little short notice, but I thought you might like to know about it. It's called Rewrite Your Life Script and Reclaim Your Life. Actually, I think it might be the other way around. But either way, that's what we're going to work on. When I work with clients, so many of them talk about, they come, with issues that they want to resolve, things that have been bugging them for a long time, and other things that they think, oh, well, I've resolved that. I've resolved the issues with my parents. I've resolved the issues with whatever happened in their childhood. But perhaps they've resolved it on an intellectual level, but there are still layers of residual energy that are stuck in their bodies, in their minds, in their energy fields, in their emotional bodies, and it's showing up in their lives. And suddenly life isn't working the way they'd like it to. Maybe they're getting, maybe there's an urge to break out of how it's been, or there's just this dissatisfaction and looking for more. Well, this webinar will really help with that. We'll look at the origin of some of these maybe soul contracts. Some of you perhaps have heard that term. And we're going to look at the hidden influences that get lodged in our subconscious, in our energy fields, and indeed in every cell of our bodies. It's programmed deep into the limbic system, the amygdala of our brains. And it's running all the time, and it runs us, and we wonder why we're exhausted and why life maybe isn't quite as wonderful as we just think it ought to be and hope it would be. So as we look at these hidden influences, then we're going to actually look at them from what I call the quantum perspective. I learned myself when I was going through healing myself of breast cancer, how to step back, how to go into a neutral place and unplug from the triggers and the fears and be able to kind of step into a higher connection with myself and actually work on the stuff that was showing up on the screen of my life from this higher perspective. The tools that I learned not only saved my life, but now it's actually helping hundreds of other people with the same things. So we're going to look at these hidden influences of our families, of where we grew up, how we grew up, religion, sex and gender. We're going to look at so many hidden things that we maybe take for granted and consider, well, that's just my normal. Well, it doesn't have to be normal anymore. And we're going to find out ways to create a new normal and step into just a higher expression of ourselves. And I think you'll notice that as a result of what you learn in these 4 weeks, you'll have just an amazing, amazing new awareness of a greater self, stepping into a higher view of what reality is and what your life can look like. So I invite you to read the information that I'm sending out and to join us. It's Tuesday night, and I broadcast from Arizona at 5:30 in the afternoon. And right now in the summertime, we're on the same as California. But don't worry, even if you can't tune in live, I send out the video that night so that you can watch it. I have a number of people who view the video later because they're spread out all over the place. So I do invite you to check it out and to see how you might indeed be able to change your life in an amazing way, in an amazingly short time, and in an amazingly simple way that you may never even have realized that these methods and tools could make this big a transformation so simple. So I hope to see some of you, many of you, on the webinar in the Zoom room on Tuesday night. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great rest of the day, everybody. Blessings.